Hello? Happy Wednesday. Dylan, thank you for contributing to the totem. I really appreciate it. We are strong. Happy Wednesday. Happy Dylan Day, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, Aski. Good morning, Becca. A very powerful day. A very good day. I'm going to kiss an alien. Live on stream. Good morning, Ari. Happy 5th of July. The classic holiday that we all know about. Lo-fi. Aliens do exist, and we are going to kiss them on twitch.tv. So this video game is like a... Oh god, how do I even... It's like a choice-based story game with card elements, and it's extremely queer. Like, I cannot even begin to stress enough how queer it is. So that's really important to me. And we do have the opportunity to kiss an alien if we so choose to. And that's something that's, you know, again, very important to me. Then again, there are many people that we could kiss. Not all of them are aliens. So the choices are kind of overwhelming, actually. There is a dog boy in this game that I'm aware of. So that's gonna pose like kind of a challenge to me and my like emotional state. Up in our room, good morning. Let me just quickly talk to my VTuber and see if it understands how mouths work this time. Does it? Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those days where it understands. Yeah, I want to remove window capture. I'm not capturing a window anymore. We're gaming. Oh, there's a creature on the opening screen for a moment. I know you can't see it, but it was there. And it was a creature. Okay. Please load. Please capture. Da, 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 da. Okay. It's frozen right now, I know. Give me a moment to adjust. Quality very high, thank you. Only show equipped pets. You can have pets? There's a pet? Well then, it couldn't be better than this, actually. Content warnings. Alright. Suitable for ages 13 and older. It does not contain excessive violence or explicit sex. However, it does deal with mature topics which will be uncomfortable for some players. Okay, major character death. Children in peril or dying. Animal cruelty. Bodily harm. Sexual content. Drugs and violence. Mental health and trauma. Domestic abuse and traumatic global events. Everybody strap in for this exciting and very positive experience that we're about to have. Together as a family. How is the volume of the game music? Since we're in a state where the music is playing. Gamers, strap the fuck in, okay? Play again. Or don't. Yeah, it's so cute, and then, but at what cost? Alright, everybody. Let's go. This is gonna be a very story time heavy game. I do have to read a lot of dialogue, so if there's anyone in chat who thinks that I should be like a voice actor or whatever the fuck, get ready, because here it comes. Thank you. It warns you before you even start. It's like, we know that you bought the game, but are you sure you want to play it? This could be really fucked up. We know that you bought it, but like, reconsider, actually. You wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend! Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is ringing in your ears. What's going on? You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Oh! Glowing eyes! You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? Creature? Oh! The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. You want to date the dog? Askew will find out. You are born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna IV. Is that 5? I don't know. I can't read Roman numerals. In the hope that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way. 4. Merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. I mean, yeah, I think so. I think that they do that. I think that they merge their genes together. Okay, it's 4. Thank you, everybody. Okay, what do we want to name ourselves? It's giving us some options. Solana C, Solana, Solane, or something else. Something else that you'd like type. I like being named. I like being named a pretty thing. Salmonella? Now, webinar room, that's a good idea. And I'll consider it for sure. I don't want to go with something silly like Bon Bon, because this game has 18,000 content warnings, and I feel like that's not really within the vibe. You know, I just feel... What does this word mean, first of all? Is this a real word that I've never heard of before? Oh, it's a plant. Oh, it's nightshade. Oh. That's cute. They're gardeners and they're naming you after a plant. I don't know how to say that though. I want to go back to like... I want to go back to what the options it gave me. Solane. Because I feel like I won't be able to pronounce the full name. So I feel like a nickname sort of vibe is Sola. Sola's cute. Sola. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination. Sometimes too active, your mom says. Use the sliders on the left to choose pronouns in late teens appearance. Oh. Hey, them. Full androgyny. Full androgyny. This is very cute. This can be changed at any time. Very cute. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Rotumno will be like. Every child in the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first signs of yours. Eagle eyes? Extra fingers! Absorbent brain, super strength, or calm temperament. Whoa. Whoa. Brain full of water. Everyone hates absorbent brain, so I'm feeling like maybe we have to go with absorbent brain. I feel like that might be the thing that we need to do. I love how it's like, you can see super fucking well, you have extra fingers, you're super strong, or you're calm. Sometimes. Also, my ears are pointed a little bit. Very cute. I'm doing absorbent brain. Alright. Professor Hal says kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Not for you. You're always learning and your curiosity knows no end. The other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but one tries. Okay, which of these kids do we want to be friends with? Energetic and loyal Anemone? Tough and gentle Cal? Bold and confident Mars? Quiet and adventurous Dish? Studious and mature Tangent? Or shy and sweet Tammy? Who do we want to be friends with? Who's our childhood best friend? This is cute! I'm assuming that this is bold and confident Mars. Because she looks it. I think that they're in order, but then these two aren't present on the screen. I'm assuming. With the bully so you don't get bullied. Webinar room? You might have a point there. Hey. Mars is a natural leader. Whenever you're all playing together, Mars is the one who comes up with all the ideas. She can be a little bossy, but that's part of her charm. She always organizes fun stuff for the kids after class. You're both founding members of the secret Fun Times Club. Yeah, Mars! You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hall says it's like a doorway to other star systems, but with the planet Vritomnia 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods, just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Sola, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we've practiced. Your mom gives you a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as the siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out the porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, you don't have enough toughness to put on a tough face. Get in touch with our emotions or find a distraction. Smart character needs distraction. You start a game of Rambutan with some of your classmates. You pick the topic, types of fruit. Cal thinks about it. I could name 10 kinds of fruit, he says. Maybe I could name 11, Dis mumbles. An enemy confidently counters with 12. Back to Cal. He thinks again. I could name 20. The others shrug, and an enemy tells him to go ahead. Apple, orange, banana, Cal starts, and tomatoes are a fruit, and cucumbers and corn. The game immediately erupts into an argument of semantics, as many games of Rambutan do. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too, your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? I hope so, because if not, you hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is the sense of déjà vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall headfirst. You black out. They didn't prepare for that in the drills? As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow. Lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger. Grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. She grew up good. She grows up good. Good for you. Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking as stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbed under you plays a soft tone, and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. All this is new. Trees? Ground? Ground? Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people walking around, outside, on the ground! You better get out there and join them! Oh... Do we rush head first into things, or are we cautious? What's the vibe? I'm trying to, like, form a character. I feel like this will be more fun if we have kind of, like, a roleplay concept in mind, as opposed to just picking whatever the fuck. Smart boy. Smart guy. Smart guy cautious? I did wake up from a 2-week coma. Let's be cautious. Head hurty. Oh. Oh, I walk. Strato Colony. Hi. Oh! Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake! Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast toward the geodesic domes. To walk, click on the ground. Click on characters to talk to them. Hi. Aww. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad's working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. Tammy stammers, blushing. It's scary outside. That's okay, Tammy. This is all new to us. It's okay. Where is Papa? Hi, Papa. So, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. You love your dad! Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the colony. Colony? The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. How did you do this so fast? Oh, let me take a sip. Thank you, Dylan. You've been asleep for weeks, my dear aubergine, he says, and these geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up. If Dad dies, I turn the game off. So let's make that pretty clear. If Dad dies, it's over. But some of this is only a quick temporary solution, he admits. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day our little colony will be as big as a whole city. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is, he asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday? Already? You feel a dizzying sense of déjà vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what's in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. Oh, do we tell him we know what's in it? Are we like a smart ass? I don't want to be a smart ass. I don't want to be a smart ass kid. He's good. Pretend to be surprised. Does the daddie.com ask you let me know? Oh my god, it's just like Among Us webinar room. You're right. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes. But how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Sola? He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instance shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Sola, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and... He stops himself. Don't worry. We're going to fix it, your mother and I. Professor Hall is expecting you in classes if you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing and the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Sola. I love you. Love you too, Dad. To enter buildings, click on the door or the flag beside it, or get close and press enter or another action button. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills in advance time. There are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game. You'll only have time to focus on a few things. Welcome, Carlos! Okay, am I covering up? I'm kind of covering up skills. 1 second. Let me, shift over here so that you can see our stats. The thing is, then I might also cover up, like, text. This is a nightmare. We'll find out. You see dice. Dice? You see Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate to the wall to the south, where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic. I can tell nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. They're huge and wriggly and dangerous. Stop making fun of me, Dispouts. You're as bad as Mars. Oh, he didn't like that. We lost friendship! But I believe you! My boy? Hiya, Sola. Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff's different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat and you can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School! I wonder where everybody was. I guess I'm going to be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay, she says. Professor Howell's chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you! No fair, she's getting a head start. Look at all these friends. These friends that we have where good things will happen. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Sola. Study life sciences, study humanities. Wait, is there other stuff we can do? There's other buildings. Do they have, like, other classes? I want to choose wisely. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to tiny nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to something important. The end of one hallway opens into the supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and general store. Beyond it are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. Oh, colony food shortfall 100%. Colony security rating evaluating. Upcoming event. We will be hosting our first annual Vertumnalia festival during the second month of Dust. Notice, take precautions outside the colony boundaries. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Current council administration. Governor Udicott, Command. Chief Administrator Seek, Command. Security Chief Rhett Garrison. Security Chief Engineer Instance... Oh, Instance is the name, engineering. Flulu? I forgot that our mom's name is Flulu. Chief Steward and Decedent, Quarters. Chief... Surveyor Melatonin? This is so powerful. Greenhouses have different biomes inside, growing plants from Earth that might belong in a desert, jungle, or temperate forest. Some are so delicate you have to spray off any germs in an airlock before you can enter. The seasonal garden outside is dotted with blue nobodies, little flowers with what look like wriggling creatures stuck inside each one. The creatures! A sign explains it's a decoy meant to attract some kind of flying predator to come pollinate the flower. Okay. Who's in here? The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge and cafeteria, and a creche, where all the little kids and babies are raised communally. There's 29 endings. Becca, it's time. I'm going to school. Study life sciences. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. Professor Howell welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. He gestures to his holo-protected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything with opportunities to further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. For today's lesson, Professor Howell tells you, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vertumna. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over 1 meter a day and have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands up on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up Surveyor's notes on the holonet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy moist regions of the Sebaceous swamp. What if we use water instead of soil, Cal suggests, like they do with hydroponics? Tang nods. If they like wet weather, that might work. Sola, do you have any suggestions? Lower the water's pH, put it under a bright grow light, sing to it daily. Run an electric current through, or all of the above. Our brain is like a mush tree, very absorbent. Lower the water's pH. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that. You fill the bucket with water and add spark snow crystals. These are sometimes left over at the end of quiet season. They're mildly acidic, which means they should lower the pH of the water. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. At first there's nothing, but by midweek your little mush tree sprouts up and starts its journey. Jesus Christ. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Seeing as mush trees don't usually grow where there's spark snow, you're able to conclude that they probably don't like acid. Oh god. When you work or go to class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill up the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your card, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Thank you. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Bonus for straights, increasing from left to right. The more cards in a flush pair or straight, the higher the bonus added to your total. Cards can also affect each other and can be rearranged to find the best total score. Okay. -1 kudos. Why would I want to lose? Mars? So if I do like 0, 1, 0, 1... I win. But then what if I do it like, you know, like in this order? So it's like 12. I see. Okay, what if I do 0, 0, 1, 1, 5? It's still 12. It's coming up 12s. So can I do I get bonus points if I do like a really good job? You know? Win? You worked well this month. +1 biology. Oh, look at them all going into my skills. Your skills increase when you work or go to school, with extra skills if you win the challenge, and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters wing. I love how you don't take a week off, you take a month off. That's so ideal. +1 reason, +15 stress. Okay. I need to be athletic if I want to do good with animals. I want to do good with animals. I need to be tough. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up in the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed, though you can tell they're exhausted. They make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles, and Professor Howell will give you kudos if you get good grades, just like on AO3, just like on archiveofourown.org. You can spend those at the depot, since it's open. I can go shopping? You know, your dad says, your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom. I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, although you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Oh, Oh, get me out. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by geoponics, your mom adds. We could use your help. Unlock shoveling dirt. I mean, what else? What's better than unlocking shoveling dirt, right? I'm going way over there. Hi. Anemone is bumping a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. I can't do a trick. Look out! A ball is flying towards you. Oh god. You flinch and jump out of the sports ball's way as it creams past your head. Whoa, that was close. Anemone doubles over laughing. Nice save, Sola, she giggles, jogging over to pick up the ball. Haha, not. Want me to show you how to do it? Okay, fine. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation-sized court way bigger than the little zero-G one in the stratospheric. Her brother Com is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Unlock sports ball! I'm not gonna be a sports kid. I'm sorry. I want to learn every single thing there is to learn. Hi, Dad, 1 second. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I want to know everything. A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Sola, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out here in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around, could you fetch them for me? Okay. Good, Mars claps. She's probably down the hill near our quarters. Mars sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. I mean, I wish that were me. Are you kidding me? Hi. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Sola, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice for you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back. Okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. Yeah. 1 second, Dad. Mars puts her hand out expectantly. Give it here. Oh. Are we a nice kid or are we a shithead? Wait, this is an important question, everybody. Are we a nice kid or kind of a shithead? Why is Mars being like this? We're like childhood best friends. We're like, she's like the first friend we ever had. It's like, here it is. You hand over the box of soy sweets with a smile. Mars takes it and giggles. You're such a good sidekick doing everything I say. She opens the box and hands you a soy sweet. Your tip, she tells you. Oh, an administrator seeks looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it, because, like, you running around out there? No. Just go there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I referred to you. Okay, so we can do deliveries, question mark? What's that? I know what this is. Apply to deliver supplies. Need toughness 10 or greater. My toughness is 1. My toughness is 1. I have 1 toughness. You've never seen toughness so bad. Why, do you still want to talk to me? You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you were her study partner. Tammy was awful. Just awful at Earth history. She thought Europe was the name of an English queen and the Pacific was a famous ceasefire treaty. Facts go in one of her huge ears and back out the other. No matter how hard you tried, she never seemed to improve. Her ears perk up hopefully when she sees you. Hello, Sola. I was hoping you could help me with some homework. Yeah. Oh, thank you! She bounces up and down. I lost reasoning? You spend a couple hours trying to teach her the difference between exothermic and endothermic reactions. One makes heat and one absorbs it. Why is this so hard for her to understand? The thing is, Tammy never loses heart when she fails a test or gets an answer wrong. It's inspiring, even though sometimes you feel like you get dumber after studying with her. She made me stupider. She made me stupider. And you know what? I respect it. You have nothing to say to me? Hi, Mom. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouse with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swing from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do, she asks? Remember, Sola, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. She points toward the engineering wing in the back half of the Stratospheric's severed frame. Professor Howe's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. She claps her hand on your shoulder. Got another minute. Anything you need to know? Oh. What are you doing in geoponics? She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of earth plants. We're doing our best, she says, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here, she says, glancing up at the sky. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. I mean, it's the wet season. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Sola, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Don't pout, it'll help build those muscles. You'll need them now that we're out in the real world, doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Your mom is really strong. What does Dad have to say, though? Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Hanging out with my friends. That Cal's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she's spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happens when you got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. I love that it's just sports ball. He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vertumna's magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons! Back on Earth, it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. How do I shovel dirt? I had to go in here, probably. I want to be strong. The greenhouses have different biomes inside, growing plants from Earth that might belong in a desert, jungle, or temperate forest. Some are so delicate you have to spray off any germs and... Okay, I did this. Shovel dirt. It's your first day in the glorious world of agricultural soil conveyance. Oh boy. Here we go. I'm taking a sip. Good morning, Sola. Looks like you're working for your old lady. Hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my kid. Mom's like she's a tough nut to crack, huh? She'll kill you. She walks you around the geoponics wing and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants, garden waste, and equipment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Now, any questions before you start moving that dirt? Why not use hydroponics? On the ship we grew most of our plants with their roots in the water, and it's true it was more hygienic that way, your mom replies. She brushes an insect off her arm, which lets out a loud squeak of objection. But hydroponic systems use too much energy. Here we have to grow as much as we can the old-fashioned way. Let's get to work. That's my kid, your mom says, slapping you in the back. You stumble a little. Yes, I got stronger, but I'm getting very sad. Your arms start to ache after the first half hour of work, but you keep going. Oh, I'm very sad. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted. And good, somehow. You feel your muscles growing already. Shoveling dirt. Okay. Extra card. When drawn. Oh, but I have some zeros. Oh. I don't want to lose Kudos, though. Mars? Mars, goddammit. Okay, what if I do this, though? Super goal! Super goal! Super goal! Super goal! Win! Dylan, the power. Fuck yeah, I got extra toughness, and I'm friends with Cal. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody's about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning, you were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill a plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. Being friends with Mars sucks. Why is there a live tentacle? At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Okay! Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick and need to go to medbay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You just want to be normal, you don't want people to worry our secret powers are fun. I still don't know, like, what kind of character we're playing is a problem. We don't want people to worry. We're very worried about people's thoughts and feelings, and we love them very much. And we want to like animals, too. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. What is happening? If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. Okay, well, I do need to take a break because my stress is at 90. So I'm going to talk to everybody and then I'm going to leave. Cal is riding around the geoponics garden on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Sola. Real ground's way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Maybe hoverboards don't work outside? Oh, they totally do, Cal exclaims. I've been all over the place on this thing. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. Cool. Can I try? Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. I know I need a break soon. I'm just talking to people. Calm down. Did that stress me out? No. What's up, bud? I'm not brave enough to dare him to eat a worm. This is sitting on the ground just outside the gate, under the watchful eye of someone working at expeditions. We're just as stuck here as we were on the ship, he mumbles. This kid is gonna kill everybody. He's going to kill everyone. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Hall wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There could be a catalog on the Colony Holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Plants? Tried looking outside? I'll help you find it. You launch your own hollow palm and start searching the colony's Holonet archives for a list of autumnal plants and animals. 10 minutes later, you find it buried under survey logistics in the expeditions net. Anemone passes by and pulls a face at the two of you. Hey, Hollow Nerds, she shouts. School's over. Come play sports ball in the sunshine. Tang just rolls her eyes. Everyone's doing the best they can. Anybody want to talk? No. Nobody has the dots. I'm going to take a rest. It's nice to take some time off to chill after all the stress of school and work. Not to mention the mental toll of just living on this unpredictable planet. Looks like you're not the only one who needs some downtime. Some of the other kids are also relaxing in the lounge. Approach Mars and Dis. Why is she hanging out with the depressed kid? Okay, but you do stink, you hear Mars defend herself. It's not my fault that you can't tell. Maybe your nose stopped working, but the rest of us can smell it, and... Oh my god! She waves her hands in front of her nose and makes a PU gesture, then turns to you. He smells awful, right, Sola? Oh my god. Do a sniff test. You make a show of sniffing the air around Dis as he stands uncomfortably still. His clothes are a little dirty, but he smells fine to you. Kind of faintly boyish, like leaves and grass. You tell this to Mars. Oh, she didn't like it. Leaves and grass. Ew, yes, she says, nodding. That's exactly what I meant. If you think that smells good, you're both hopeless. He's blushing, though. Do I have to do a card game to relax? Oh, I became friends with Tammy here. Do you want to forget? What? I guess this is like the way to thin the deck out, you know, so that it doesn't, I don't draw any zeros, because that's not good to draw zeros. It's not helpful, you know, but, do you want to forget wondering? I forgot wondering. I've never wondered. Oh, look at this. Pammy said as the head of expeditions, which means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning you see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. I don't like when he goes out there, she sniffs after he's gone, but he's so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you, Sola. Oh, Tammy! My empathy isn't high enough to be kind. Oh my god. I can't do anything. The suns, they're so warm. Cal lifts his face to the sky, his eyes closed. Well, the blue one's just kind of warm, he continues, but the yellow one's like a heater in the sky. The grow lights on Strato were bright, but never hot like this. It's so nice. I just forgot how to wonder, and nobody cares. I'm literally that meme. They don't know that I forgot how to... Egg? Game, we can't just move past that. We can't just move past that. Egg? 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 Egg! Okay. Now, I can't do supplies. Do I want to shovel dirt? Do I want to go to school? Do I want to play sports ball? I want to know about animals. How do I know about animals? This isn't fair. I don't think sports ball is going to help me learn about animals. What about school? Life sciences? The thing is, no, because it's not... I need toughness for that, which is really strange. Study humanities? Creativity and persuasion. What about sports ball? +2 bravery. Okay. Interesting concepts. I'm gonna shovel dirt again for this month. The new brown dirt's pretty rank, but it almost smells good after a while. Is this what people in the holovids mean when they describe a smell as earthy? Smells vertumny. Fuck yeah, it does. Looking for more difficulty. The harder card challenges option will keep you on your toes. Want to focus on the story, this will replace future minigames with a quick coin flip. No. Just let me play the game normally. Let me play with the cards. Okay. So if I do 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, no. 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. That's not the max I can get. What is the max I can get? How do I get the special bonus? I'll put this over here, and then put these here. It's still the same. No? I don't know. I can use the Xeno egg? Is that what I have to do? I have to use the egg? Oh, change suit to strong. And +1. No, I don't know. This is the... I think that this is kind of the best... Becca, what's your explanation? I want to understand how to play the game. Stuff carries over between replays. Okay. I know that this game has, like, I know that this game has a big, like, replay functionality, because, like, that's the point of you having deja vu. Magic deja vu. But I want to do better. I didn't get the special bonus. I shoveled dirt, but at what cost? You wake from an afternoon nap. Okay, that looks kind of fucked up. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Sola, she says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes blearily. Ugh, you were having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Antecedent's making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go and tidy the creche first. Then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off towards the creche, humming to herself. Why is this a choice? Why is this a choice? What are the societal implications of wanting or not wanting candy? Fuck candy? You know what? I don't want any. Ugh, candy? No thank you. You're not a kid anymore. You curl up and go back to your nap. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of cancel business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what's happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones. Sola? I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, she starts. Her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. There was an accident this afternoon in the creche. Your classmate, Tammy, has died. Okay. There's that child death warning. The ramifications of candy. The ramifications of choosing to eat cotton candy. This is the butterfly effect. You try to understand her words. Tammy? Dead? That's not possible. Ask what happened. Your mom tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken holoprojector. It was just an accident. You press for more for an explanation. A little girl is dead, someone you'd grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything, you just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes there's just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death, and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay, then get changed and crawl into bed a full hour before bedtime. You try to fall asleep, but you toss and turn for hours. It's just the next day. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down the hill there in that spot in the sun. Every morning she'd just sit there for hours in the sun doing nothing, just being happy. You stare down the hill in the spot near the entrance to the quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. She was so nice to everybody. And now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You've never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Ambassador Seek is looking for you. I guess they need someone to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. This is a good, fun experience that we're having together. Oh, bud. Tal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning and probably all of yesterday, too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you kind of always giggled about how obviously they were going to be together forever, like a princess and a knight. I miss her too. Me too, he sniffles, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. Me really, really too. Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I pick some for her. He runs his hands over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. What a fucking downer. Does no one else have anything to say about this? Anemone is chucking roots at the stratos, sending metallic clangs ringing through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid creche, stupid spaceship. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead just sobs and braces her hands on her knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die. Oh my god, this fucking kid. Can you believe Tammy died? Dis asks morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken holoprojector, the one in the creche with the dancing teddy bear, do you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. He makes a sailing motion with his hand. And bam, she was dead before she even landed. I don't want to know that. Oh, sorry, Dis replies, tugging at the sleeves of his oversized jacket. I'll shut up now, sorry. Ugh, this is so weird. I don't think that weird is really the word. I think that it's like oh wow, Dis the psychopath. Dis the fuck. Chill the fuck out, Sasuke. Tang is pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for that holoprojector to break. Professor Hal said it was recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it before it just... She gestures angrily. Just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Sola. I want to think about this some more. I hate when I can't find the answer. It's fair. Oh. That her dad? You step cautiously through the colony gates. Sola. Uncle Tonin sighs as he blocks your path. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Our children are so young and so precious, so fragile. Please stay near the ship. View the bestiary. Float cow. Now, we're in the middle of the most depressing thing of the game, but also Xenolevis bovidae. These cumbersome-looking creatures are actually lighter than air due to large helium sacs on dorsal and ventral sides. Careful balancing of helium and urine allows them to control their elevation. They produce a salty, high-protein, milky substance for feeding their young that it's also nutritious for humans. Hotbye. Common hotbye is Xenophilus monopodus, a communal creature with two disparate set of eyes and one strong foot used for both locomotion and defense. Though harmless, these small warriors can be fierce in groups. Timmy, welcome! It is my first run. Tammy just died. We're not very far at all, so, you know, having a fun time here. Manticore. Xenophilus tyrannus. Highly intelligent and predatory, their plumage changes according to the season. Their bodies composed almost entirely of dangerous weapons. Do not approach! Evil. Oh, bud. Hi, Dad. Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Sola, he says. Things will start to look up again soon. I don't know about if feeling blue is really the answer when someone dies. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Sola. Can I go, like... All skill increase reduced by 1 for 3 months, and some jobs and actions can't be performed because you're grieving. Okay. To me, that brings me so much joy. I'm very excited for you to watch me experience this. Register for engineering classes. Wait, I can also do deliveries. Can I do deliveries to get my mind off of the awful thing that happened? 10 toughness? Hell yeah, dude! Chief Administrator's seat greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. Sola, you never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier? You didn't realize there was going to be a job interview. But I am organized. Cleaning your bedroom once in a while isn't the same thing, Seek sneers. But lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job, for now anyways. They use their elegant stylus to note this on their holopalm. Come back in a few minutes. You can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Okay, I'm back. It's been a few minutes. Deliver supplies. What do I get? Organizing? And perception. Why do I have I was so busy looking at animals, I didn't really register that I have a combat skill. So... at the age of, like, what, 10? I'm 10. Yeah, let's deliver supplies. Why not? Let's do a new thing. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. I want to get the big boy again. I want to get the big rainbow. How dare you? Big rainbow. It's kind of like 0, 0, 0. It's not really... What if I put these here and then I... 10? No, it's not. It's not really ideal. I'm not doing a very good job. I'll win. Ugh, winning, am I right? Fucking sucks. I hate to win. Destroy's good even if you lose? Fuck yeah. The colony's going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up for it, you could just skip it and take the month off instead, or you could get back to work. Yeah, I'll attend. Oh, Jesus, fuck. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times, a colonist had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside, you can see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents and Auntie Sedent and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick that you can taste it in your mouth. Oh. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There's only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble Earth. She's the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile, but they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. Turn her to dirt. Okay. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping one warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. We are a person who likes to fixate and be distracted by things. You feel better just having said goodbye. You didn't really know Tammy that well, after all. Okay, that's not really what I meant. It's sad that she's dead, but you have to move on. Okay. Whatever, dude. I mean, I don't even care. Alright? I don't even care about Tammy. She was, like, the nicest person alive, and, you know, like, I loved her, but did I really love her? No. No one has any dots. Anemone's unusually still today. She's sitting in the dugout of the sports ball pitch, fiddling with an ugly doll with red hair. Tammy gave me this, she sighs. I kind of told her to shove off because I don't want to play with dolls. Why'd I have to be so mean to her? Sorry, Dis mumbles. He looks uncomfortable to be around you. Oh, is our friendship, like, at a critical low? It's at 4, you know? So it's, like... It's, like, pretty bad. But... In Dune, they recycle water from dead bodies? That disturbs me greatly, and I enjoy it. Cal gives you a sympathetic smile. Hey, Sola, he says. We'll be okay. Oh, Cal, you're such a good boy. Cal's a good boy. Mars shoots you a sympathetic but distracted smile. Okay. What's up? Tangent shoots you a distracted look. Sorry, she says. I'm not really good at cheering people up. I mean, I wasn't going to ask you to, but I appreciate it. Hi, Dad. Okay, yeah, we already did this. Alright, so we can shovel soil. We can go to school. We can play the sport ball. We can... I'm gonna go back to the same class that I did before. I want to study life sciences. I can register for engineering, I guess. I don't particularly want to, but, like, technically I can. Begwin. can use my egg. If I use my egg, though... If I use my egg, then... I won't have my egg anymore. And that's a problem for me because I love my egg. Oh, I'm kind of bummed out. Yeah. Okay. We do need to rest my boy. My child. Sola, Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. You mean my buddy Dish? I don't think so. I don't think so. Who dis? Yes, yes, dis, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and She trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but well, people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I mean, this kid's going off to befriend the aliens for sure, because he's a little creature. Why are you worried? If he wants to become creature, he already is creature. If he wants to become creature, then let him. You know? That's his own business. You tell Tangent that if Dis wanted her to know where he was going, he'd tell her himself. She gives you a complicated look. She's clearly worried about her brother and frustrated that she showed this weakness to you. She composes herself with a blank face. Maybe you're right, she says neutrally. Disappearing! Pew 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 pew! Anemone's running around the sports ball court, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses into the grass and checks her hollow palm. I'm training, she explains. My big bro Com says I have to get my legs climatized to the planet if I'm going to be team captain like him. I got something for you. Is it the egg? I'm not giving you my egg. It's my egg. I got it all on my own. It's very important to me. I can give people eggs. Cal is scratching its stick listlessly in the dirt, seemingly uninterested in your presence until you get right in his face. Oh, hey, Sola, he says, mustering up a hollow smile. Sorry, I don't really feel like playing today. It's okay. Log! Found a stick. I can give him egg. Dis is listening to his here speak, completely ignoring you. You put yourself in his field of vision and he scowls. What do you want? Leave me alone. I kind of want to be friends with this kid. Just because he's so fucking bizarre, you know? Do you think he'd like egg? It's an alien egg, and he likes, aliens. He likes the creatures. Maybe he'd like egg. Maybe this is the one situation in which I would part with egg. I also have log. And that's important. Hey Sola, Mar says, looking you up and down with a sneer. Your shoes are gross. That's what you get for walking around in the dirt out there. She sniffs. Not me. I'm sticking to the ship until they pave all over that icky mud. You wonder if maybe she's scared of more than just getting dirty. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Now, what can I do at the sport ball court? Can I do other things? Can I do combat training? No. I want to do combat training with the sport ball. Oh, I need to take a break. I'm very stressed. I forgot. I'm gonna give Dis an egg. And we're gonna pray that he likes egg. Do you want this? He didn't really like it. But I gave him egg. So I'm feeling pretty good about that, actually. Last time we took a month off, Tammy died. So let's relax in the lounge. Everywhere is hot this time of year, but at least indoors there's shade and some modicum of climate control. It's not a lot, but it helps. When you get bored of potato juice, you amuse yourself by coming up with juice cocktails with fancy names and even fancier presentation. The younger kids really appreciate the half-frozen slushy version. Potato, do you want to forget? Do I? Do I want to forget my first steps or first words? These are both 1 cards, and I want them, but also, like, I don't have a lot of toughness cards, but I don't want to forget. It's time for Vertumnalia! Uticott and the Council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Uticott's speech. In Earth's history, Uticott begins and then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. Ahem. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna Project chose to take on such an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. Yay, festival! Everyone cheers and applauds. Oh my god, I can rebel? I can have a negative relationship with the colony government? Interesting. ASCII, if it asks me to forget Tammy, again, the game is off. Everyone cheers and applauds. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to give their own short speeches. Governor Uticott announces each one. I already read this. I'm aware of who these people are, and I'm sure that this will change. I would like to meet Melatonin. We haven't met Melatonin yet, and I'm curious about them. When it's your mother Flulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters. Uncle Tonin is Melatonin! His full God-given name. Very powerful. Very good. Extremely good. Thank you. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the Earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you've come to appreciate. Juicy potato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Uticott takes the stage after everyone in the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hall and Security Chief Red have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which do you join? Bot wrestling or the science fair? I mean, we are a brain kid. Our brain is like a sponge. And we are very strong and powerful. So our brain is very juicy. Let's go. Tangent competes, of course, entering her study of the ship's hydro-recycling system. It was previously used to make urine drinkable, but she offers that it could now be turned to new uses. Despite how many times she uses the word pee, it's still boring, but she put a lot of effort into it. Your turn to go next. The judges are all very interested in what you're bringing to compete against Tangent. Challenge! Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After every round, you'll keep the cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. Okay. So, I want to put, that there. And then this here. So, I'm not going to get 41. I'll say it. I'll say it. The goal being 41... it simply won't happen for me. So, oh. I thought it meant that it unlocked them. I misunderstood. Okay. I misunderstood what it was asking me. Alright, no, it's fine. Alright, that's 9. That's 8. That's 8. Okay. 1, 1. I mean, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. It simply won't happen. I have a feeling I'm not getting 24. I'm just gonna take a wild guess. And say I'm not gonna get it. Carlos, it's like we're playing the game at the same time. I'm gonna give up. We're gonna lose the first challenge. That's okay. Story progression. We did a bad job. Our brain was very small. Tangent wins. She accepts her prize with grace, having expected nothing less. Your baking soda volcano is much less impressive than you imagined. It just kind of fizzes, and you don't explain it very well. It's pretty clear you're not help. Maybe next year. When I do bot wrestling, then you'll all see. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Fuck yeah. I need new cards. I need to experience new things. Does anybody have any dots above their head? Anybody feeling... Anybody have any eggs? No. What's up, Tonin? You okay? Oh. Yeah. Sorry, bud. I don't think I can talk to any of these people aside from... Yeah, if they have dots, I can do something, but I'm a very weak little man. You need something. Need animals 20 or greater? But how do I get animals? That's the dream for me, is to get animals. But I need animals to get animals, and that's not going to work out for me. I'm gonna shovel dirt again. So. You join Cal at a particularly fragrant pile of compost. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing compost off into a pile. Don't you just love this? Cal asks excitedly. Timmy, you had a spreadsheet. Very powerful. Dirt? I guess it's okay. No, he laughs. I mean, just this. He waves his arms, dirt encrusted up to his elbows, to take in the entire greenhouse. We get to help plant stuff and watch it grow. Even if we're just moving dirt around, we're still helping. Why do you like it so much? Well, he considers, I like digging holes in the dirt because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Wait, let me see if I can find her again. He sticks his hand into the compost and rummages around, his tongue sticking out of his mouth. I guess she got away, he says after a minute. She was real shiny like a rainbow. Wait, he says, I just thought of something better. He shows you his splayed hand. Getting dirt under my fingernails, he laughs. I don't know why, but it's the best. Fuck yeah, it is. This is my favorite boy. He's a good boy. He likes the dirt, and I respect it immensely. One here. 0, 1, 1, 5. No. All I do is lose. I can't get the rainbow. I can't get the big boy rainbow. I'm not good at the video game. Three of a kind. And that's good. Oh, Timmy, thank you! I really appreciate you hanging around, bud. I'm trying to understand. $14. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's not good. I don't know how to get any higher than that, man. I just don't. I mean, I could use the log. You know, and then we would all see. Look at that. I still didn't get the rainbow, though. It didn't matter. Well, the log went in there, and at what cost? Unclear. I'm just gonna win. I befriend Cal with this, and that's really important to me, because he's a good boy. Oh, hi. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded? Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it on the ground. It's Cirrus, one of an enemy's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done! Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close! Cirrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not their fault, Cal says. They didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a second. I want to teach them how to play. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Sorry, Sola, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like Anemone than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He stoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball, he says. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. I like Cal so much. Cal looks at you hopefully. Do you want to learn how to play? Yeah? Cal smiles at you like it's gonna stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first put on this blindfold. The blindfold's a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm gonna spin you around, and when I let go, you gotta listen to my instructions. We're gonna walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice as he spins you around and counts to 10. 1, 2, 3. First, Cal says, you gotta walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's instructions as best you can or make things difficult for him? I do my best, always. You take 10 steps straight forward, holding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches under your feet. Yeah, Cal says. Now turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. Get it right. You turn to the right and walk forward, counting up 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. Cal, how big are you? We're 10. How big are you? You take 2 more steps until your outstretched hands land on the warm metal of the doors. Success! Awesome, Cal says. You can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right and then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? You open the door and start to walk forward. The path slopes downwards and your feet slip a little bit, even though you're moving as slowly as you can. Real dirt is nothing like the metal floors of Stratospheric. It's turbo rocky here, Cal says, and you can feel uneasiness prickle up the back of your arms. Just keep going forward slowly. My empathy's not high enough to trust him? But I trust him! Oh. You try to do as you're told, but after a few steps, your foot knocks against a sprawling root and you fall forward, catching yourself on your hands and knees. Ouch! You tear off the blindfold, a sudden rush of tears flooding your eyes. Cal's beside you in an instant, kneeling on the rocks. Are you okay? He asks. You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up and your pride is bruised, but other than that, you're okay. Cal helps you stand. I'm sorry, Sola. I'll be a better helper next time. He asks if you want to get some potato juice at the cafeteria instead. You spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming more games where there are no winners or losers. I didn't win. I didn't trust my boy. And I lost everything because of it. You have to trust your boy, or it's just like, it falls apart. Oh, what's up? You know, Sola, you're alright, Mars says as you approach. You blink at her, trying to figure out what she means. You're an alright what? At your stunned silence, Mars laughs and tosses her hair over her shoulder. You're alright, she repeats. You actually have good taste, unlike all these other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been, help with this, Mars, and don't waste resources on that, Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication. You shoot the breeze with Mars a bit longer. At some point, Diz skulks out of the living quarters and has to pass by you, both, clearly trying not to draw your attention. Ugh, where's he going now? Mars mutters to you, then raises her voice so Diz can hear. Try not to get eaten by aliens, she calls out to Diz. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste. Oh, I don't want to be a bully. He is weird. But he's cool. But he's weird. He described to us in vivid detail Tammy being thrown against the wall and dying. But also he likes the aliens and I want to know. But I guess he is... The urge to roleplay versus the urge to understand. He is a little weird. Discouraged towards the wall is not looking back. It's not about being weird. It's just like, he never wants to do anything with us. Doesn't he know he's making himself an outcast? We're all stuck here together, so like, get it together, Dis, you know? Mars looks at her nails. He doesn't care about contributing to the colony or being popular or earning kudos or anything important. What do you contribute, Mars? Mars laughs and puts her hands on her hips. I contribute plenty, and you know it, Sola. People need someone to tell them what to do, don't they? Yeah. Where can I buy things with kudos? Where can I go to the store? Can I go to the store? I have kudos to spend. I want to purchase goods. Register for engineering or study humanities and get some creativity. I feel like I need to start like kind of focusing on one thing so that my skills go up more. But like, I do like to be a strong brainiac. I feel like that just kind of fits the vibe for me. We're not very empathetic though, and that makes me kind of sad, because how are we going to be friends with animals if we're not empathetic? Every day of my life, this doesn't even give me empathy. What does engineering require? Using congruence's HoloNet scheduling system is almost a test on its own. You feel like a hacker navigating the confusing interface, but manage to add your name to the list of drop-in students. You're now eligible to join Tangent and some of the older students in engineering classes. Okay, what does that look like? For me. Reasoning. And engineering. I mean, yeah. We're gonna do some life sciences again. Oh! This week in biology class, you're learning about predators and prey. Professor Hal brings up a picture of a hopeye on the holoprojector and asks, who can tell me what special thing hopeyes do when they see a predator? Tang's hand shoots up. They hop away very quickly. That's why we call it a hopeye. Hal nods. That's true, but it's not what I was getting at. Tang stammers and looks upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. Hal scans the class again. Anyone else? Sola? Need animals 10 or greater! What? Do I have to, like, convince Tonin to let me outside? I wonder if I have to convince Tonin to let me outside. What does this require? Oh, I get a card for it. Like, do I have to, like, experience animals, right? Like, they fly away? You stammer after being put on the spot and say the first thing that comes to mind. That might work, Hal smiles, but hopeyes don't have wings. He gestures to the picture of one right in front of you on the holoprojector. You feel pretty dumb. They thump their feet to warn other hopeyes in the area. Then they hop away very quickly. You look over to see Tang smirking at you. You both got it wrong, but she still thinks she's better than you. Okay, so we lost friendship. Everything sucked about that. I hated it. Okay, well, let's do this. But then, well, these can, oh, I can put them over here. Okay, but then this. Big boy wins, super goal. Big boy. Yes. Yes. I am learning with immense speed. It's early wet. Oh god. Oh, pretty. Oh, Kyle wants to talk. 1 second, bud. What do I need to convince you to let me outside? Toughness 20. Or bravery. I'm almost at toughness 20. Okay. I can't quite. Oh my god, I can't do anything. It's pouring rain and everyone's trying to stay dry under the grass roof. Palapas. Everyone except Dis. Off in the distance over the wall near the sports ball field, he's definitely skulking. Why would I tell someone? He always does this. When you glance back, he's gone. Like, he does this all the time. Another log. Okay, I'm gonna lift dirt again. I need to be strong. I need to be tough. I need to be powerful. I need to go outside. The mud splashes under your boots as you wheel load after load of heavy compost. It's miserable to have to cart dirt around in the rain, but it's kind of peaceful at the same time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. 1, 1, 5. I'm not going to get a super goal, I don't think. I don't think it's possible for me to get a super goal. But I can win. And my toughness is good. You're having a terrifying familiar dream. A monster crashing through the walls. Unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something, tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. You wake up shouting, "No!" But your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water? It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and rumble. Thunder! It must be a thunderstorm! It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, and you're too unsettled to go back to sleep. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with the great peals of thunder like the footsteps of an angry beast. Let's play in the rain. It's surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty, packed ground has turned to squelchy mud beneath your toes, between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down to the hills behind the colony. I want to go outside. I need to go outside. I need to pet an animal. Does anyone have anything to say to me? No. What about you, bud? Yeah, I can't do anything with anybody. I am pathetic. I'm tough enough to go outside. Well, so you are, Uncle Tonem replies, his voice heavy as he looks at you with pride. You're growing up, aren't you? He nods and pats you on the shoulder, and you know he's thinking of Tammy. Listen, he tells you, I can see you're a tough cookie, and I'd love to have you on my surveyor team in the future, but you'll have to wait a few more years first. Come see me when you're older, okay, kiddo? Dejected, you drag your feet as you walk back toward the gates to safety. Psst, what's that? You look around questioningly. Is it Dis? Yep. Psst, it's Dis. He's hiding behind some bushes? That's so typical. He puts a finger to his lips and motions for you to follow him. Sure, you figure, why not? He leads you silently along the walls towards the garrison, then crouches down in the bushes between the sports ball field and the security pavilion to fiddle with something. Suddenly, he's gone. What? You check to make sure nobody else noticed, then scuttle over to where you last saw him. Behind some poplar bushes, there's a drainage pipe in the wall big enough to crawl through. A heavy grate keeps animals out, but it's loose. You could slide it aside to get through. You could sneak out. If the adults won't let you visit the Valley of Vertigo or the subaqueous swamps or the other cool places surveyors get to go, well, you could sneak through to explore just outside the colony walls. If Dis does it, how dangerous could it be? I want to see an animal. Do I have to go over here to do it? Is it like, there it is. I don't get any animal thing, but I do get to be friends with, I do get to be brave. I mean, I have to try it just once. Oh, I'm like outside. Oh no. Events in this area can be done in any order. They won't cause time to pass, but will increase your stress. Return home via the Expeditions Depot flag or the home button at the top left of the screen. Watch for collectible items you can bring back as gifts. Events respawn at the beginning of each year, and new collectibles have a chance to appear every season. I'm just outside. I thought it would just be like a text thing. You slipped through the drain pipe and out of the colony before anyone saw you. Anyone, that is, except for a dark form watching you from the trees nearby. Could it be? Is that Dis? He turns and disappears into the jungle. Now you're sure of it. That was definitely Dis. He's not allowed outside the colony either. Follow him. Oh, I stressed it. You scamper after him through the brush, heedless of branches and brambles scraping at your arms and legs. Without a proper envirosuit, you get all scratched up. This kid is fast. You quickly lose sight of Dis and can't find his trail again, but you do learn something by trying. Perception. Oh! Oh! Creature! Oh, creature! Your way is blocked by a strange small creature with 1 foot and 4 large eyes, 2 of which blink sideways on top of its head like frog eyes. Oh, this must be a hot eye! You've heard people talk about them, but you've never seen one up close. When you try to walk past it, it nips painfully at your heels, but when you back off, it just stops and stares at you. What's its deal? Animals challenge. The creature! Alright, that's an 8. That's a 7. Doing the 8. Please let me. Game, I'm begging you to let me do this. Wait. Okay, wait. We'll try multiple things. 15. It's still 15. Let me kiss the guy. Super goal, baby. Wait, no, I can do more. Are you kidding me? Super goal. Win the animal's trust. Give him a kiss. You stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh, you can hear little squeaking noises from nearby. It's probably warning you away from its nest. You carefully avoid the nest while speaking in soothing tones. The agitated little guardian titters warnings at you, but eventually lets you by. The creature! Where's another one? Oh, I can't... Okay, so I have to, like... It's blocking the path. What's this? A ripe blue bobber fruit. Sounds pretty bad. Where's a creature? That's a plant. I demand creature! You stop for lunch eating an earth tree grown from your own greenhouses. A watermelon! Nice and sweet, like a more solid potato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. Practice spitting them. You take the challenge seriously, lining up targets and keeping score. Your aim improves. How much time is passing? Like, months of time? Okay. I'm also very stressed. I'm gonna talk to you and then go home. You spot Dis sitting in a clearing, but not before he sees you first. Instead of sneaking away as usual, he stays still as you approach, like it's totally natural that he'd be sitting in the middle of the jungle so far away from the colony walls. Now that you think about it, you're a little glad to see him. You are so far away that you can't see the walls anymore, and it's really weird out here, and it's getting late. Dis stares unblinkingly as you approach. Hi, Sola, is all he says. Hi, Dis. He seems to be in a good mood, something you see very rarely. Did you see Utopia out there, Dis asks? Chief Surveyor Tonin is easy to sneak past, but Utopia has, like, X-ray vision eyes or something. She'll catch you for sure if you get too close. She caught me once when I got in big trouble. How about I show you something cool and sneaking out will be our secret, okay? He jumps up and walks a little ways into the trees. You follow. Just a few minutes away, the ground drops off and a large stone outcropping juts out over a cliff face. Dis walks right up to the edge without slowing. It's a long way down. Come on, he says. Try to be brave. I have, 0 bravery. I cannot even begin to stress enough how much bravery I do not have. That feels incorrect. I guess it wasn't. 9, 10, 12? Super win! The bravest boy! The bravest boy in town! Oh my god, I got a special card! You bravely step into the rock, and you walk out to the edge with Dis. You both sit down, feet dangling over the precipice, and look out at the amazing view. It's incredible. You snap a picture with your holopalm, but you won't share it on the net. This is your secret. Yours and Dis's. You stress less than 100? I'm gonna go home. I had enough of that. You spent the month exploring? Okay. Oh, to be outside for a month. The thing is, I want more animal news. Like, I just want... That's all I care about now. I want to befriend the animals so that I can be extremely powerful and good and strong, and I can give them a kiss. That's really what matters to me the most. What did I get? A bobber fruit and a mushwood log. Hi, bud. I can't give you a fun nature fact. What's up, Anemone? Oh, I want to train together. What the fuck? I get a card called Telling a Violent Tale. What? Why am I doing that? Why would I tell a violent tale? Oh, to crave violence. Okay, let me see what the cards they give me. I haven't actually looked. Hot by facts. Hot by facts. I need biology to get hot by facts. Kids do love telling violent tales. It's true. Your dad pulls a flower out of his pocket and gives it to you. A blossom for my little blossom. He tucks it behind your ear. I'm 99.9% sure this isn't poisonous, but let me know if you get a weird rash or anything. Oh, Papa. I could get a violent card. I could. Oh my god. Mars sucks. Want to train together? On your way to the sports ball pitch, an enemy shares the story about the time her brother Com once spiked the ball so hard that he broke Utopia's nose back when she used to play sports ball too. She describes it in gory detail. But don't go easy on me, she exclaims. That's why we have medbeds, right? Plus, I'm gonna get a cool scar. She thumbs a blue-scaled scar in her jaw right under her ear. What are you? I've noticed these. Are you like a dragon? Because that's pretty sick. If you're a dragon. Study life sciences. You ask a question in class and are embarrassed when everybody laughs. You guess it was something where you were supposed to know? You thought Professor House said there were no dumb questions. Rude. Jumps on it for other cards. Okay. 0, 1. Okay, well. 0, 0, 1, 2, 5. Okay. I win. I want to hear a nature fact. I need to do it one more time! The days are getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning, you wake in the darkness and have to check on your holopalm to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. She's a streamer? Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point in even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. It looks cool! You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls and gurgling roars. After Mars's message is a notice from the council, warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air as if everyone is waiting for something. So I'm assuming that sneaking out now is bad. Oh. Anemone blinks at you in the dark. It's so creeptacular, she breathes. It's perfect for hide and seek. Now, if I sneak outside, will I die? Ooh! A glittering crystal cluster! Fuck yeah, dude! What's up, Dis? Dis is staring off into the wilderness outside the gates. Feels different, he mumbles. Don't know how, just different. You ask him what he means, but he shakes his head and stuffs his hands in his pockets. If I sneak out, I will die. Sola! Your mom stops you as you walk by. What are you doing out of your quarters? It isn't safe out here. I was just heading back. She folds her arms and eyes you suspiciously. That's right you were, she says. Good kid. As you walk away and are just out of earshot, you hear her mumble. Stars, it is beautiful, though. Now, I want to know if it'll let me try to do this. No. Okay. Have you seen the extra logos on the walls? They'll spot you for sure. Okay, yeah, no. I can't. That's good. I mean, I'm glad. I want to know biology again. I'm so close to learning things. Oh, this week in biology class, you're studying sugar bugs. This native species looks like a purple marshmallow about the size of your fist, all puffy and squishy and kind of cute. They don't move or do much, but if you tickle them, they exude an edible syrup from a hole at the top of their bodies. Hey, fucking terrible. You're gonna dissect one. Refuse to do it on ethical grounds. Do not kill the creature. Instead, you and Cal write an essay about the strange creatures. Oh, Cal like that. Cal looks relieved. I'm taking mine home with me, he says, petting it sweetly. It's alive? I'm sorry, they weren't just, like, presenting a dead bug. They were like, kill it. Kill it? Kill the bug. Kill it? Cut it open. Kill the bug and cut it open right now. Can you imagine if in science class they brought you a live frog and they were like, kill it? Absolutely not. While researching for the essay, you learn that the sugar bug can actually regenerate after being cut into tiny pieces. That's how it reproduces. Your teacher is probably planning to surprise you with this fact. The morning after the dissection, the classroom's filled with whole happy sugar bugs once more. Okay, it's fine. Okay, thank God. That was really scary for me. For just a moment. I mean, it adds a +1, but, like, it's not worth it. Yeah, okay. Super win. I'm a stressed out boy, but I'm winning. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start up. Well, what passes for day. It's still nearly pitch black, except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look toward the gates. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you used for hull breaches and fires, and in space it meant you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a space chute. On Vertumna, it means you go to an assembly point and wait for instructions. The close... Hide? Oh, or fight. You need bravery. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and loud popping noises. Gunfire! Is the colony under attack? Becca, thank you for the sip. My throat is gonna hate me after this. You find Dis in the creche and join him in hiding under the arts and crafts table. The lights are dim. You scared? He asks quietly. I nod silently. Dis shrugs. I thought I would be, but I'm not, he says. I'm not scared of stuff like this. You can't help but glance at the holo projector on the wall, the one that electrocuted your classmate Tammy earlier this year. The glowing bear looms over the room, and for a moment, it looks more like a monster than a toy. You grew up here. It feels weird to be hiding here like you're just little kids again. Becca! The sips, thank you! You hear more gunfire and yelling, but within half an hour, they play the all-clear tone. Chief Surveyor Tonin comes in to let you know it's all safe now as the lights come back on. You glance at the hologram teddy bear again. Tonin was Tammy's dad. How can he be sure it's safe? How can he be sure anything is safe? You're relieved when your parents arrive with an ashen-faced Cal. They won't talk about what happened at Geoponics. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody had ever seen. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed this time. Cool. Great. Feeling positive about it. Childhood is fleeting! The game will end when you reach age 20, so you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the skills and friends buttons at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck! Oh, Cal's like my bestest friend right now. I'm 11. I can only relax, but I do want to go tell Cal a biology fact. You're looking a little worn out, my little firefly. Your dad greets you, looking concerned. You know, despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R over in the lounge would help. Recharge those solar cells. What do you say? Maybe I just need a hug. Your dad throws his arms wide. Well, get in here, Tiger Butter. After a long hug, you do feel a little better. Your dad gives incredible hugs. Papa. Cal is scrubbing his hands with the water barrel, trying unsuccessfully to get all the dirt out from under his fingernails. It looks like a lost cause. Cal's hands have been dirt-stained probably since you landed here. Stupid, Cal mutters. Stupid, ugh! He jerks his hands out of the water and holds them to his face, and you hear him sob. Why do they have to? It's not fair. We didn't do anything to them. He wipes his eyes and startles when he sees you. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there, he says. I'm washing my hands. Oh, did he see some animals get shot? Bud. Want to hear a nature fact? You recently overheard the children learning how to count by studying Hop-Eyes. Hop-Eyes have 1 foot and 2 tail forks and 3 stomachs and 4 eyes. And if you see 5 of them together, that's lucky, Cal laughs, finishing the mnemonic with you. Wait, how do they find out that Hop-Eyes have 3 stomachs? I don't want to know. Yay! Anyone else have anything to say to me, specifically? I'm going to go rest now. I am dying. I am passing away. You look around the lounge. Some friends are here. Who do you hang out with? Cal, obviously. Cal's practicing hoverboard moves in a corner of the lounge. Because the board never touches the ground, the adults can't really complain, and this way he has pillows to land in. He's working hard, trying and failing, flip after flip, but he hasn't broken a sweat. He waves you over. Hey, Sola, he says cheerfully. Do you want to practice with me? You practice with Cal for about an hour. It's exhausting. By the end, you're sweating a little sore, but you feel good. You promise him you'll come back this month and keep him company. Do you want to forget? My first words? Yeah, I do. So much has happened in the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. In all the excitement, you forgot today was your birthday! Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of surprise! A Vertumnum year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Spark Snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish, like a magic trick. It looks like blue bobber fruit, which you found growing nearby. Bobber fruit, your dad confirms. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty, don't you think? You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find? Sola is not allowed outside the gates, your mom interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack, not with everything we know is out there now. You knew about the monsters, admit it. Your parents exchange a heavy look. The surveyors knew there was something dangerous out there we hadn't encountered yet, your mom admits after a guilty silence, but we didn't know it would attack the colony. We thought if we closed the gates and stayed inside, it wouldn't see us as a threat. We didn't want to scare everyone, your dad adds. It was just a precaution. Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. Oh, I can use a gun! To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rhett's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, you know. Even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. How are these two a couple is something that I've really been asking myself. I've never... these two people... It just like... You know? Opposite personalities, opposite parenting styles, opposite vibes. Your mom gives you a stern look, and I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. What, me? Never. Yeah, you better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. Yeah, I think so. Truthful. Everyone knows it. Does anybody have something to say to me? Or oh, what's this? Medicinal roots. Hold this to your head now, my darling, you hear as you enter the garden looking for Cal. It'll help with the swelling. Cal is sitting with his mother, Auntie Tira, who kneels beside him holding an ice pack to his head. Cal's eyes are a little puffy. He rubs them and sniffs as you approach. Hello, Sola, Tira greets you with a kind smile. Don't worry. Recalcitrance just took a tumble off of something he shouldn't have been climbing. Can you guys stop with the names that are like 18? Stop it. Mom, Cal complains, it wasn't that bad. You gonna be okay? I'm okay, Cal reassures. Just bumped my head a little. Mom always knows how to make it better, he says with a boyish smile, even if I'm old enough to take care of myself. My brave boy, Tira says, stroking his hair. Thanks for humoring me. She looks over to you. Don't let him show off for you, Sola. Ground-based feats of bravery only for the rest of the day. Cal whines and wrinkles his nose. Tira laughs and wraps him in a big motherly hug, rocking him back and forth. Despite his protest, Cal's eyes close in happiness. He really loves his mom. No, this is cute! Did I close my... Did I close this? Yeah, no, I want to see it. Can I go outside? I want to go see an animal. Let me go see an animal. Let me give an animal a little kiss. I have to pass this. Okay. Some farmland has spilled outside the walls. The fields don't look like they're doing very well. Nobody's around right now. In fact, it looks a bit abandoned. There are some meager-looking crops ready to harvest, but animals are starting to get at them. Try to plant something. You're just a kid playing at being a farmer. You mess around for a few hours planting some things that look like seeds, but it's unlikely any of them will actually grow. Well, I had fun. Let's go up to the door and get caught. You sneak up to the expeditions office at the colony gates. Nobody's seen you yet. The lively hustle through the gates kind of makes you miss your friends inside. No. I want to see a little guy. You're minding your own business when you stumble into... There's something here. Something invisible that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end, like an electric aura. As you walk forward, it begins to feel like something nipping at your ankles, but when you look down, there's nothing there. You back away, the sensation stops. You move forward. Oh, it's worse! The feeling is like tiny electric bites and it's growing more intense. Some kind of microscopic gnats? An electric field of some sort? It hurts, but maybe you can find a way to avoid it and get through the area. Perceive! 2 of them. 2 of them. 2 of them. 2 of them. Okay. I'll win. They don't know that I'm gonna win. Wait, no, I can do this. And then 4. They don't know I'm gonna win. They don't know I'm in the walls, but I am gonna win, so... Whatever. Here we go, baby. Big perceive. By trial and error and a little intuition, you find a route through whatever it is. The shock seems strongest near some low-lying fractal palms. You can hear a humming from the plants and decide it must be some kind of natural electric field, maybe to ward off animals like you. Well, I am an animal. Where's a guy? Where's a guy that will let me give him a little kiss? The top of a rise off to the east, you think you spot someone watching you. They're dressed in black. Is that Dis? But they look way too tall to be Dis. Maybe another surveyor? You blink and the figure is gone. We're looking. You bushwhack down into a valley and up the other path to where you thought you saw them standing. No signs of a camp or anything obvious like a drop pack. No note says, "I'm watching you," signed mysterious figure. Spooky. They look hot. Oh no, don't go up to him! Secret path. Secret path. You leave the path and sneak through a strand of mush trees to one of the little sawmills dotting the area. It's a small but busy operation. 3 people feeding mush tree logs into some kind of machine while a 4th one directs a 4-legged robot with a plasma saw mounted on the front. What is my deck looking like? Too much. It's looking like too much, I'll say. Do I want another blue card? Leave in disgust. You like the forest the way it is. Wild and natural. Fuck yeah. Okay, this is what I wanted. We're very stressed, but this is what I wanted. Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss. Hopeyes are usually docile little creatures. They don't even come up to knee height. They eat grass and hop away when you come near, but something has riled this group up. You see them fighting each other, getting in close, then rolling onto their backs and kicking with their big foot, punting each other up to 2 meters away. It's neat behavior, so you sit and watch until you suddenly realize you're surrounded. They've stopped fighting each other and all staring at you. They pounce. No, the small little creatures. Anything but this. 9 or 11 or... Yeah, no, 11. Thank you. Oh, I guess because this doesn't have... I figured that this just kind of didn't count as anything, but I guess it does. Okay, Rainbows all colors simultaneously, which really fucks me up here. Okay, okay, I can get an 11 by doing that. Get an 11 by doing that. I can get a 10 by doing that. Uh-huh. I'm gonna do that. Big, big, big hit. Big hit. Big hit. Huge hit. Unbelievable hit. Win. Cute little critters kick at you, but you kick back. You send them scurrying back off to the smaller creatures than to... Yes. Very good. Okay, we're very stressed. I'm going home. Go home. We're very stressed. We learned about the creatures. Oh no. Oh no. You crawl through the big drainage pipe behind the sports ball pitch, carefully sliding the metal grate back into place behind you, and then we just hop out of the pipe and straight into the barrel chest of Chief Surveyor Tonin. Well, 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 he says, and tries to put on his sternest look. It fails. We've been wondering where you disappeared to, Sola. I sent Utopia out with some survey drones to look for you hours ago. You're lucky your parents have been too busy to notice yet. I should probably tell them. You start to sweat, but maybe you've already learned your lesson, he chuckles. His big hand claps you on the shoulder. No more playing outside the gates, okay? Sorry. But Uncle Tonin... The creatures, Uncle Tonin! Do you understand? He's so cute, but the creatures... Parents didn't notice that we were gone for a whole month. Just a whole month and nothing. Who is this? With pink hair. I need biology 40. Holy shit, that's not gonna... I mean, I don't need to rest, but like, okay. Nothing much happens this month. You spend most of the time spacing out to whatever's on your head, your here speak, occasionally nodding hello to the other colonists passing through. You binge a few seasons of a show you've been meaning to rewatch. Same, bud. Do I want to forget? Yeah, I do. Who needs your first words, right? Not me. Oh, Papa, what's up? You meet your dad adjusting a watering bot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People were hardly ever ill on the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says nasally. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees that they sure are beautiful, then he blows his nose loudly. Sniff the flowers tentatively. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey Sola, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. Dad just wants us to rest and have a good time, and I really appreciate that. We're not going outside again, we'll die. I want my perception to be up? If I take combat training. +1 animals? For learning to kill them? I guess it makes sense. You attend your first session of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and an enemy are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needed to learn self-defense. Hello? You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls and a flying animal could swoop out of the sky. Then what do? Rhett chops the air with his hand. I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna chop that beast right in the throat. Hiya! He points at the assembled class, but only if you learn what I'm about to teach you, and the only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer for a demonstration? How brave are we? No. Safety in numbers. You try to become invisible so you won't get called on by Chief Rhett. Someone else volunteers and Rhett flips him to the mat to demonstrate what happens when you try to grapple with someone bigger. How embarrassing. Glad that wasn't you. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative, Rhett says. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt, so the first rule of self-defense is to not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense, drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you're ready will we advance to weapons. There aren't that many weapons in the colony, mostly stun gloves and batons with a few plasma rifles. Oh, plasma rifles. You don't have to use them, but it'll be good to know how. As you get older, challenges can have conditions. The challenge suit determine what conditions will appear and which decks will work best. Try to collect social cards if you want to win battles for social skills. I mean, yeah. Card gets +1. I see. I understand. I don't want this next to this, because that will be bad. Maybe I do. Who knows, you know? 3, 5. I've already won. 2. I win. Animals. Yes. Oh my god, my combat went up so high. I'm going to kick ass. My brain is like a sponge, and I'm going to kick ass. It doesn't have anything to say to me. Pa and Mama don't have anything to say to me. Can I go Cal a present? Cal's doing some stretches in an open area of the garden. One of my mom's boyfriends is teaching me yoga, he says, looking at you from upside down. I can already do child pose and downward dog. He flops over and lies on his back. This one's my favorite, though. Do you want a log? Or roots? Or fruit? What? I feel like you would have liked the egg, and I didn't give it to you. But you like creatures, and that's something that I understand. Do you want some fruit? I have 2. Oh, I was like, what? Food! Cal grabs the fruit out of your hands, then remembers his manners. He gives you a big hug. Thanks, Sola. I'm starving. How'd you know? He likes blue bobble fruits. He likes the babababable fruit. Combat. More animal. More animal. You run into Cal and Anemone on the hill behind the garrison at a small construction site. They seem to be throwing logs? There are a bunch of them lying at the bottom of the hill. It's a caber toss, Anemone shouts at you, and then grunts with the effort of lifting a 6-meter-long mush tree pole. She throws it like a javelin down the hill and sprints after it. This girl's gonna be a fucking serial killer. My best record, she shouts, and ties a piece of caution tape to the end of the pole. Your turn next, Cal says, pointing to a neatly stacked pile of construction poles beside you. From the looks of the nearby construction, they're probably destined to be a new lookout tower someday. Choose an average one or choose a thicker, heavier one? Just an average one. We're like... Sola has made a fine pole selection, Cal narrates in a haughty voice, and has lifted it onto their shoulder. Next they will approach the sprinting line and begin their run, tossing the caber before they reach the throwing line. Challenge. Dylan, absolutely. Dylan, don't feel bad for bailing. Very powerful of you. I love you so much. Goodbye and have lots of fun. It's 15 all the way down. Okay. I will have so much fun kissing the aliens. Thank you so much. Wait. Big win, please. Thank you. Fuck yeah. The pole sails down the hill past all the other poles, coming to rest sticking out of the ground. Wow, you beat my best distance, Emily says when she jogs back up. Players can't beat each other in mushwood toss, Cal corrects her. They can only beat their own high scores, but you get 2, no, 3 bonus points if it sticks out of the ground like that. You play for the rest of the afternoon, adding rules and variations as you go. You don't stop until the entire stack of poles are in a jumble at the bottom of the hill and decorated festively with caution tape. It's a wonder you got away with this. Yeah. That wasn't even the class. Oh my god. You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Her name's Marzipan. Look at you eating cereal, she says, turning her nose up at you. I'll bet you don't even know what today is. Your birthday? No, you dummy, she exclaims, swatting your shoulder. My birthday's in the first month of wet season. You better remember that. Today, she announces to the room, is St. Valentine's Day. This and Cal wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, Mars explains, it was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And then you put the sweets under your pillow, and it makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. Cal laughs. Pigs? We don't even have pigs here. Before Mars can answer, Diz snorts. This is dumb. Marzipan just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. As he leaves, Mars shouts at his back. Well, nobody was going to pick you anyway. You stink. It sounds like fun, actually. Cal nods, clapping his hands excitedly. I'm going to tell all the other kids about it, Mars says. So you go around and find your best friend and give them a gift. She points her finger at you. Make sure you do it by the end of the day or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, she adds, I'll hold tryouts for the position. It's only fair. She tosses her hair over her shoulder and laughs. Well, I think that Cal ended up being our bestest friend in the whole world. Yeah. He's such a good boy. Are there any gifts on the ground? Are there any... Where do I fucking buy stuff? Where do I buy stuff? I have 25 kudos. Am I too young to buy a gift? Oh, a log. Like, I can give people stuff I find on the ground, but... Cal's standing at the top of a bluff, carefully pouring a bucket of water down the dirt on one side. He's covered in mud. Hey, check out my mudslide, he exclaims. He grabs a piece of sheet metal and slides down the dirt pile like he's riding a surfboard. Mud goes everywhere. He jogs back up and hands you the sheet of metal. You try. Okay. You make it down without bailing, but get mud splattered all over your legs. It is pretty fun, though, like a hoverboard, but crunchier. Want to be best friends forever? He replies, scuffing his toe in the dirt. I guess so. I lost my old best friend, so yeah, okay. Want to try the mudslide again? Oh, that was so upsetting. You spend another hour on the mudslide until you're both thoroughly covered from head to toe. You couldn't be happier. Yay! Okay. Mars is in a huff, because you didn't pick her for Valentine's Day? Seems like nobody picked her. Oh. She crosses her arms and scowls at you. Pff, you just felt sorry for Cal, didn't you? Look, we all miss Tammy, okay? Whatever, Mars mutters, tossing her hair. I'm just too mature for kids my age. The older kids get me, even if you don't. Sorry. Sorry about that one. kind of awkward. What's up? So then I trapped it in my room, an enemy says, telling you all about the bug she saw in her quarters. Its wings were as big as my head, and it had feelers like, whoa, it was bouncing all over the place, like boing, boing, boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bugs here are so big, and they're everywhere. I was gonna give it to Tang, she says. She loves gross bug stuff, but she said I should let it go, because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the ones I already have. And I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship, and I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. She stops in her tracks. Hold on, she says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Steward Anecdote's voice rings out across the garrison yard, pleasant but firm. It instantly transports you back to being in the ship creche, tugging on her skirts and calling her auntie. Anemone jumps and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. But Mom, she whines, digging her fingers into her knees as Auntie Seton approaches you both. It's so stretch-tastically itchy. I know, lovely, Auntie Seton soothes her, patting down her riotous red hair, but the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Anemone tucks her hands under her armpits to keep from scratching. What if I want to have cool scales, she pouts. Auntie Seton smiles indulgently. At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in whenever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she first ran headfirst into the food synthesizer back on the ship. Oh, her augment. Our brain got big. She'd grow scale. Auntie Seton opens her satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the nanoprinter is over a week long, so I patched your pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them, or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to Anemone and kisses her on the forehead. Anemone sticks at her tongue and gags. Yuck! Anemone evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes as she runs her fingers over the odd-colored patches. Then, right here in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls on the new ones. Whoa, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows, she exclaims, showing off her new pants, like when they'd stencil your kill count on the plane. Or like a really cool scar. Anemone grins. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred, just like me. Feral child. Unbelievable. Oh my god, it takes so long to get your animal skill up. I'm so upset. Okay, well... I'm going back to defense training. Perception's 9. Part of self-defense is training your body so that it can be ready for any situation. The security chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He has this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks on it and then do them again at normal gravity, it feels like you could jump straight back through the wormhole. It's exhausting, but not that different from sports ball training. Is that Cal? Sorry? This is great. It feels good that Rhett actually challenges your body and encourages you to achieve peak condition. This is what peak performance looks like. Random card locked in one slot. It's a challenge. Okay. Interesting. I still win. You can't best me. I need animal skills, and I'll do whatever it takes. I kind of want to sneak out again is the thing. Papa! Dust is such a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush Vertumnan jungle. If there's a breeze, it's warm and, you guessed it, dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you're asleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry, your dad greets you cheerily. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops from actual Vertumnan dirt this week. I just miss you and Mom. Sure, that sounds neat. He shows you around the rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look a little yellow and scraggly, not what you'd expected, but your dad enthusiastically points out the vegetables ready to harvest. Don't forget, he tells you, The Vertumnalia Festival's coming up. There'll be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate, Sola. Yeah, I'm gonna do fucking awesome this year, okay? I'm gonna kick ass this year. I'm sneaking out. I need to find the creatures. Oh, there's a route. Wait. Wait, are the paths blocked again? Do they, like, reset? Well, that one did. Is he standing here still? Because I'm kind of afraid. I don't want to run into anybody and die. He is here. Oh, I can sneak past him. You spot Uncle Tonin, Chief Surveyor Tonin, that is, bumbling about preparing some automated survey equipment in a clearing. He's very cautious, jumpy even, but he's making a lot of noise. Every few minutes he'll pause to listen and check his surroundings, then go back to banging away. He shouldn't be hard to avoid if you don't want to get caught sneaking out. Yeah, sure. Will I die? Probably. So fucking cursed. I already win. I already won, okay? What if I get, like, a super special? Super goal 2. Okay. Even super goal. Win. You sneak past Chief Surveyor Tonin easily, walking while he makes noise and ducking down when he stops to check his surroundings. Okay. Another medicinal herb. What the fuck is this? Oh! They're in the clearing, the most majestic creature you've ever seen. It's like a unicorn from your dad's storybooks, but with leathery reptile skin that shines when the light hits it. It moves so softly it doesn't even disturb the ground. It could be dangerous, but you want to see what it does. No. I want to see him. Let me into the creature. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2. Super goal 5, baby! As you settle in to watch it from behind a strand of mush trees, the Unisaur looks up towards you, startled by your movement. You try to hold perfectly still and quiet your breathing. After a tense moment, it goes back to its business. First, it sniffs out a good tree and rubs the scent glands on its neck against it thoroughly. Then it pees, like a crystal waterfall on a rock. Everything it does seems magical. You quietly take a picture with your hollow palm, but you know you can't share it or you get caught for sneaking out. Next, it sharpens its horn against a rock, which is scored with marks from having done this before. This must be its favorite sharpening rock. You notice the bulge in its stomach. It must have had a huge meal recently. Eventually, it curls up for a nap. You quietly sneak away. That was so wonderful. Vertumna's a magical place. Creature. Jump over it. Jump over the stream. We're gonna be a powerful, powerful guy. Wait. 3. And then big super goal. I don't want less kudos, though, is the problem. So I want more kudos. Bravery. You bravely fall in and get wet. You fly to the other side, soaked but victorious. Okay. I mean, if that's the way it's gonna be. I don't want these checks. I want the creatures. Come across a cluster of mush trees. They're not fully grown yet, but they're still pretty big. It might be good to harvest them before they get all gross and mushy during the rainy season. If you were older, you could probably cut them down and get some kudos for them. Give them a friendly pat. You like the mush trees! You give one a pat and are surprised when it moves under your hand. It's not the tree, though, but a camouflaged creature lying against the trunk. It's small and looks a little like an octopus or a starfish. Lots of long legs wrapped around the tree like it's giving it a hug. A creature! Another creature! And then I'm gonna go home. You hear a sad hiccuping sound and follow it to find a sick hop-by. It's hunched down low, its foot completely nestled under its body and shivering uncontrollably. Its enormous eyes roll around in confusion and fear. Try and take it home with you! The creature! Fuck me! Goal 46! No, the creature! Card becomes 2. So it doesn't really... Oh, 13? 15. Okay, it doesn't matter. The thing is, I want to save these for after. Next round. Card becomes 2 again. $14. 16. Okay. Card becomes 2. Fucking win anyway. I'm taking home the boy. The hop-eye hisses and tries to bite you. It doesn't want to be touched. You throw your jacket over it, then carefully pick it up and put it in your pack. You crack the zipper a bit to give it some fresh air. Your dad helps you make a little nest for it in an empty part of the geoponics barns. Every day you bring it food and water and gradually nurse it back to health. Cal takes an active interest in the recuperation. Utopia says that hop-eyes don't really have a gender, he says, as you're washing out the pen together. Or maybe she said they're both, and they're really social. What are you gonna name them, he asks. Hop Solo, Mrs. Hoppington, Sir Hopsalot, Hoptimus Prime, I mean, Sir Hopsalot is literally something that I would say. So... a valiant hop-eye striding forth to do battle at your side, at least when the foes you face are as tiny as they are. Cal offers the hop-eye a piece of bobber fruit. Cute! Sir Hopsalot plucks the fruit from Cal's hand and hops into your lap to snuggle down and nibble on it. Cal snaps a photo with his hollow palm and shares it, captioning it Friends for Life. This is the best day of my life! This is the best day of my life. I got a little friend. I love how I came back from the woods with this creature and my dad was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that seems normal. Let's build in a nest. Like, no questions asked. It's time, once more, for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year, ever since the attack during Glow. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated and a feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy rations, this Vertumnalia just feels different in a way you can't describe. It gets better, Timmy? The colonists gather in the square for Governor Udicott's speech. What a year Vertumna has given us, the governor begins in her weedy voice. I stand before you so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. I've always hoped that we would bring with us the best facets of humanity, cooperation, resilience, and creativity, and the events this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertumna can sustain megafauna, then that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, a second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepish wave to the crowd. There's a smattering of applause. Mars elbows you. Hey, she whispers. Did you hear? My dad says Udicott's going to announce the depot's open to the public. Oh, now I can go shopping. You shoot her a questioning look and she rolls her eyes. You know, shopping? Somewhere to spend all the kudos you've been saving up? There's going to be candy and toys and makeup and nice-smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers. You know the concept of shopping. They do it in the holovids from Earth, especially the ones Mars likes, but you've never actually done it. The colony provides everything you need, but it would be nice to buy yourself a treat. My dad gives me an allowance, Mars says, shooting you a look of pity. Too bad your parents make you work for yours. You and Mars tune back into the speeches, just as Udicott, as predicted, announces the opening of the general store at the depot. Mars gives you a knowing look as she claps. Udicott gestures for the council members to stand. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you and the colony as your government. The music starts up as Governor Udicott finishes. Thank you all for your hard work and your perseverance this year, she says over the ruckus. Together we build the future. Camara, welcome. The crowd disperses and sets up for the annual Vertumnalia Games. Just like last year, there's a talent show, a science fair, and bot wrestling. I have to beat the science fair. I have to, like, reclaim. Your competitor for the science fair is predictably Tangent. Her project is on the tensile strength of various building materials, concluding that mushwood is the best choice when you consider not just strength, but also sustainability and ease of use. The judges want to know what you've been working on. Okay. Everything is possible for me. 2, 3, 4. Next round. 2, 3. No, stop it. Stop it. 2, 3, 2, 5. It's not ideal. But it's something. 20. Okay. Oh my god. Fuck you. In secret, you've been working on a social experiment about delayed gratification. You've been sneakily studying the adults, taking notes on their snacking habits and their mood. You found that Seek and Dr. Instance rarely eat sweets, but Utopia and Antecedent do all the time. You correlate this with their attention span when you see them tackle frustrating problems. You know, problems you can control and repeat, like if a child talks back to them. The judges are impressed with your methodology. Instance, perhaps, a little begrudgingly. They award you first place. Yay, I'm a champion! After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. Mars organizes a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. It brightens everyone's spirits, even in the thick heat of dust. Popular, you're a winner and everyone wants to be your friend. You end up on top of the western wall with Dis, launching water-filled proof shrooms down on an unsuspecting anemone in the sports ball court below. The wall seemed like a neat place to hang out and relax, much quieter than the lounge if you're looking for some solitude. You can now relax on the walls. Oh my god, does he follow me around? Oh my god, 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 oh my god! I'm petting him. I got an achievement for giving him a pet. He squeak. Oh god. Okay, wait. Wait. He's just with me. He's just with me. He's just my little man. Equip him! My little guy. Very good friend. Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter-long pole and stack it into place. She points towards them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's all civilization. I've been learning about adaptability and writing in biology class. The book says it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Also, we can... Maybe the animals would need adaptations, yeah. Tangent rolls her eyes at you. Maybe, but even if they do, I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just those big dumb zeofauna. Animals are smart and friendly. Tang looks skeptical. They're still animals, Sola. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice, so you'll feed them. You're lucky it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Derpsmoth look cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. He doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. Together, you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for the scaffolding into the floating screen of her holopalm and races it to the scaffolding to check their progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, Tang says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. Tang? Jesus Christ. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology, she says. All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies. All right, I don't really trust you. That's kind of a scary. It's kind of a scary process that you're going through. So many people want to talk to me, and then I have to end the stream. But I have my little friend, so I'm very happy. Dis is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out of the jungle. He's just staring out into nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice you as you approach. Sit down with him. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit, but doesn't say anything. You both just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare at the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but out there it's wild and as high as your waist. Head Surveyor Tonin is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight. You're starting to wonder if Dis will ever acknowledge you when he says, I've gotta go. As he starts down the hill, he pauses and says, this is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Oh, friendship! I'm gonna take care of myself, Dad. Don't worry. One day I'll take care of the animals with you. You catch Cal at the gate to the gardens. He's carrying a big bucket of rocks. Hi, Sola, he exclaims. He pauses to pat your pet on the head. And hello to you too, Sir Hops-a-Lot. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you there's a new park near Geoponics now, Cal says. We can run around all we want and nobody will say we're trampling the fields. You should come play there sometime. And bring Sir Hops-a-Lot. They'll love it. Yeah, I fucking will. Are you kidding me? I don't need to rest right now, but like... I want to... Walks in the park. Forget a memory. Okay, I'm gonna do one more activity and then end the stream. So... I'm gonna do... Okay, I need more animals. I want my boy to know stuff. He's a good boy. I'm gonna do combat again, I guess. Relax on the walls. You and Anemone are watching the soldiers train. Her brother, Calm, what a cutie pie! Is in the training dojo trying out a stun glove. He leaps back slightly as electricity crackles from his fingertips, then straightens up and splays his fingers experimentally towards a target dummy. A streak of lightning arcs out from his hand, charging a light bulb above the target to show a successful hit. Anemone whistles. Wow, she says, that looks really dangerous. You agree, dangerous and awesome. But I think it only stuns things, she continues, because it's called a stun glove. Otherwise they would call it a kill glove, I guess. A kill glove! Fuck yeah. Becca, goodbye. Thank you for coming today. Have a good day. I want to have a stun glove too, she says, copying her brother's motion of splaying her fingers forward like she's casting a magic spell. But my mom, she doesn't like fighting. She doesn't want me to be a soldier. Why not? I don't know, she pouts. Is it because I'm too young? Calm was training with Rhett when he was my age, but my mom... I don't think she likes that. I think because I'm her only daughter, she was hoping to be more like Tammy, always helping in the creche. She shudders. I don't want to be no one's mom. You sit and watch Calm light up one target after another with the stun glove, his emotions gaining confidence as he learns his new tool. My throat hurts so bad. Oh, it's locked. Yay! I'm getting better with animals, and Sir Hopslot's with me, so it's all coming together. Alright. I do have to leave. Save the game, please. New save. I'm naming it Sir Hopsalot is here. Okay. Did it save? It sure fucking did. Alright. Ham! Ham, hi and bye, bud! We're just about to end. Thanks for popping in, though. I gotta go eat and I gotta go relax because my throat hurts, but this was super fun and I'm really enjoying it, like a lot. I'm so thrilled. Thank you everybody for coming. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye!